31 seconds, and we're going for auto sequence start.
It's a culture thing.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ UK ਭੰਗੜਾ ਕਲਚਰ। ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਐਂਡ ਟੁਡੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਅ ਵੈਰੀ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਗੈਸਟ, ਦ ਬੈਸਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸਰ ਇਨ ਦ ਵਰਲਡ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਖੂਬਸੂਰਤ ਮੁੰਡਾ, Dr. ZEUS. Let's check him out in action.
Yo bro, let's check him out.
ਲੈ ਵੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਆ ਜਾ ਫੇਰ।
ਨੈਰੋ ਸਲਵਾਰ ਸੂਟ ਰੈੱਡ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ, ਕਰਾਚੀ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਨ ਜੈਥੇ ਰੈੱਡ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ, ਨੈਰੋ ਸਲਵਾਰ ਸੂਟ ਰੈੱਡ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ, ਕਰਾਚੀ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਨ ਜੈਥੇ ਰੈੱਡ ਮੁੰਡੇ, ਰਿੰਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਗ ਜੜੇ 1.25 ਲੱਖ ਦੇ, ਵਾਈਟ ਗੋਲਡ ਦੀ ਵੰਗ ਵੀਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਛਣਕੇ, ਵੇਖ ਵੇਖ ਹਾਏ ਵੇਖ 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 ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਜੱਟੀ ਅੱਧ ਬਣ। ਵੇਖ ਵੇਖ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਜੱਟੀ ਅੱਧ ਬਣ ਕੇ।
ਲੱਗੇ ਕਟਰੀਨਾ ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ, ਕਿੱਡਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਪਾਲਿਆ ਏ ਬੇਵ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ। ਲੱਗੇ ਕਟਰੀਨਾ ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ, ਕਿੱਡਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਪਾਲਿਆ ਏ ਬੇਵ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ। ਨੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੂੰਹੋਂ ਮੀਆਂ ਮਿੱਠੂ ਬਣੀ ਜਾਵੇਂ, ਆਖੇ ਬੜੇ ਮਹਿੰਗੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਸੂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਨੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੱਜਦੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੱਜਦੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੱਜਦੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੂੰ
ਜਾਵੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਨੀ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਵੀ ਲੰਘਦੀ, ਹੁੰਦੀ ਐ ਸਿਫਤ ਫੈਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਢੰਗ ਦੀ।
ਪੱਟੀ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਨੀ
ਜਾਵੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਨੀ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਵੀ ਲੰਘਦੀ, ਹੁੰਦੀ ਐ ਸਿਫਤ ਫੈਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਢੰਗ ਦੀ। ਮਿਰਜ਼ੇ ਮੈਂ ਮਜਨੂ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਛੱਡਤੇ, ਫਿਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਿੱਕਾ ਤਣ ਕੇ। ਵੇਖ 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 ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਜੱਟੀ ਅੱਤ ਬਣ।
ਲੈ
ਵੇਖ ਵੇਖ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਜੱਟੀ ਅੱਤ ਬਣ ਕੇ।
ਤੂੰ ਕੀ ਜਾਣੇ ਕੁਝ ਮਿੰਟ ਵੱਲੀਏ, ਨੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਕੀਤਾ ਏ ਨੀ ਐਂਡ ਵੱਲੀਏ। ਤੂੰ ਕੀ ਜਾਣੇ ਕੁਝ ਮਿੰਟ ਵੱਲੀਏ, ਨੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਕੀਤਾ ਏ ਨੀ ਐਂਡ ਵੱਲੀਏ। ਯਾਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਵੈਗ ਕਰੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਦੁਨੀਆ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਵੱਜਦੇ ਸਲੂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਨੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੱਜਦੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ।
ਲੈ ਸੁਣ
ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੱਜਦੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੱਜਦੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਤੂੰ
ਗੱਲ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ 1.25 ਲੱਖ ਦੀ, ਬੈਸ ਬੈਸ ਆਖਦੀ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਥੱਕਦੀ।
ਬੜੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਆਈ ਲੈਣ ਤੇ।
ਗੱਲ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ 1.25 ਲੱਖ ਦੀ, ਬੈਸ ਬੈਸ ਆਖਦੀ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਥੱਕਦੀ। ਨਾਮ ਨਵੀਂ ਸਾਹ ਚ ਪਰੋਏ ਫਿਰਦੀ, ਫਿੰਦੂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਗਾਨੀ ਚ ਪਰੋਏ ਮਣ ਕੇ। ਵੇਖ ਵੇਖ ਹਾਏ ਵੇਖ 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 ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਜੱਟੀ।
ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰ ਜਾ, ਕੰਨ ਤੇ ਮਾਰੂ।
ਵੇਖ ਵੇਖ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਜੱਟੀ ਅੱਤ ਬਣ।
Well, hey, that's the great Dr. ZEUS. Dr. ZEUS, sorry.
Hello, mate.
I apologize. Did I do you justice? Did you do the
Almost,
whole
almost.
ZEUS thing? I forgot the
The dadi, yeah, you forgot the beard, yeah.
the
And
slick
the mooch,
mucha.
yeah.
I did do the sort of earring.
Yeah.
I was falling off.
टोपी भी थोड़ी जी American style पानी चाहिए थी कितनी.
How does that go?
That's
Is it like that
what
way a
I-
little
no,
bit?
no. What I mean is a different shape topi. It's got to be
Oh.
like almost like a snapback style, not the golf.
Oh, as in
the golf style.
Bravo sasti, yeah,
You know what I mean? Really gangster.
It's
when
cheap, innit? So, is the snapback kind of like more
Yeah, they're
flat?
normally straight. Like, look at this is kind of straight.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean? They normally
Okay,
have. I don't want to mention the brand on TV and whatever.
No, that's fine. Well, this only cost me like about $5. That's probably why.
That's probably explains a lot.
There we go. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks.
See, my job's not easy, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
But Gurge, who's the producer of the show, has actually said if the music career, which will never happen, because chardiyan kala Paramatma di, Babbe di kirpa, full kirpa as well.
Hopefully, yeah.
You have a job as a presenter. I think you did a marvelous job.
Well, maybe like how the footballers do when they retire and they
Yeah.
become pundits and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't mind, but I don't think I'm going to be retiring for a very long time.
But I feel that you're one of those people who, whatever you put your hand to, whatever you put your mind to, I think you would do well regardless.
Yeah, of course.
Is there anything that you think you may not be able to do in life?
Nah, I don't. See, to be honest with you, I don't really have that policy in my head. You know, I think je tusi kuch karna, you can learn the trade. It doesn't take that long. You can learn, you can get the experience hands-on and stuff. If you want to move forward in life and learn things, of course, anyone could do it.
Have you always had
possible.
like a positive look on life?
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time when you thought, oh my God, what am I doing this? I mean, the other day I was watching the snooker guy who's just won the Masters, something Murphy,
Yeah.
and he said last year he was actually thinking of jacking in the whole trade,
Yeah.
and now he's like, he's
Well, you get them days. To be honest with you, I mean, my love from start is production. And then the traveling comes with it. Where you have to travel and do shows, which is great fun. But when you do so much of it, the fun part just initially just remains with the performance.
Right.
And then everything else around it, traveling and stuff, it's just a nightmare for me.
Has it become a bit of a tedious job now?
Yeah, it is. It is getting on a flight every other week or every other month or whatever, and flying and staying away from family, living out your suitcase. I don't know, man. It kind of gives me anxiety sometimes, to be honest with you. I'm more happy when I'm at home.
Yeah.
I know my studio is. I know my family's right next door in the house while I'm in the studio. And it's.
So you
all
were just
good.
saying before we were talking, you're off to Dubai now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're off to Dubai.
I mean,
Dubai
anybody would
tonight.
like to say, Dubai? Minnu le ja,
Do you know what? I could have gone there for longer, but we're actually leaving tonight, so we land there tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow evening I do the show, and then straight after my show, I'll be back in England for about 12 o'clock on Thursday.
Oh my God! Doesn't that they say
Yeah.
flight ages you? Like going through different time zones. I haven't
Well,
aged.
aged.
Haven't aged you. Haven't aged you, obviously. But they say, I mean, yeah, it must be quite horrendous. I suppose it's fun at the beginning.
Yeah, I remember the days when I used to go with B21, Booter and Bali and them. Honestly, I could stay awake for 4 or 5 days.
Really?
With excitement, because you're young and you haven't travelled and you want to see almost every corner of the place you're visiting.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So, I could do it then. After you do it, I've been doing it since, I've been traveling since the age of since 99, the year 99.
Wow.
I remember my first trip was to Senegal for a show with DIP, the dancers.
Right. Oh yeah.
Right, with them. And they kind of introduced me on the scene, on the live scene and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember I've been traveling since.
Wow.
So it's kind of mad.
Where's the best place then? Before we'll go off the subject of travelling in a bit. What's the best place? Do you ever? I mean, I spoke to Nirmal Sidhu the other day. He said wherever he goes, he sees the place, and then he always wants to take his children, his family. Obviously, they're at that age.
Yeah, I think it's always the case. Wherever if you're somewhere where it's nice and it's a nice, it's nice and scenic and lovely weather and whatever, you're always going to miss your nearest and dearest. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to some fantastic places in my time and stuff, but I mean, LA's got to stick out for me because of the scenery. Once you're in LA, anyone who's been to LA will know it actually feels like you're in a movie with, you got the palm trees.
Really?
You can drive down to Bel Air and you got all them houses there and everything.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Is that possible a retirement place for Dr. Zeus?
Nah, I couldn't live out there. I couldn't live out there. And also, I love India. I absolutely love India a lot as well. I love the lifestyle there they got there. I think they're a lot more forward than Punjabi people around the world,
Right.
Or Indians around the world,
Right,
so
right.
to speak. You know,
Right.
I think India's moved forward in such a fast way.
Yeah.
You know, so
I mean, India, Dubai, America, LA,
Yeah.
Canada, name it wherever you are. It is Zeus, Zeus, Zeus.
well, I'm very blessed like that. You know,
Yeah.
I thank God daily. You know, the fact that I'm getting a lot of love. There was a time where I didn't release anything for a while, and a lot of people thought that I fell off, or he's going old, or he's lost his touch, or whatever. But
Because it was kind of like after that Lember kind of era, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was them, but after I did my, I think it was a Sachiya Sanai album.
Yeah.
I came out with an album in the year 2000, which had the Sasrigal track on
Yeah,
it, with
with
Sharmila
Sharmila,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But it wasn't exposed in the way it should have been exposed. I mean,
Right.
For the kind of branding I was at the time, there wasn't the kind of PR that was provided for
Right,
me. You know,
right.
not saying there is now. You know, because I'm doing it all on my own, right? But it's a lot better than what it used to be.
Do you wish you'd had more control over your earlier stuff as well? Do you ever look back and wish that had been done in that way?
There's many aspects when I look at it.
Right.
When it comes to maybe handling money and getting paid proper,
Yeah,
I
oh,
would
right,
have done
okay.
things differently. You know,
Were you done?
I'm not
Were
gonna- I'm
you
not
done
gonna-
over?
well, I'm not going to look. At the end of the day, I'm not going to come on your show and disgrace anybody or
Yeah.
anything.
No, no, no.
But I've experienced in life. You experience ups and downs. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, even though I love what I'm doing, it's still a business that
Yeah.
that I'm doing.
Well, it's your routine, isn't it?
And let's put it this way, in a nutshell, without putting anybody down, when I first started, I was very young. The excitement was there. I wanted to go places, so I wasn't bothered about money.
Right.
You know, I used to go to clubs where promoters used to promise me like £200-300 for a show, and I used to go to the club with about £150 in my pocket, blow that on drinks, thinking I'm going to get paid, and not get paid. And I was still happy. I was still coming out the club with a
Yeah.
smile on my face,
Yeah.
obviously because I was a little drunk as well.
Is that part of the learning curve?
I'll be honest with
I mean,
you.
what would you say?
I wouldn't say it's a part of the learning curve in music. I'd say it's something that I've experienced.
Yeah.
And if I've experienced it, no doubt there's many other people that have experienced similar stuff or similar scenarios. For me, it's like if you're young and you want to get into the game, you got to be careful. You know, you got to understand where do you want to actually go. The future. It's only like, I mean, when things started to happen for me, you know, like after the Kangana album,
Yeah.
I actually started to understand. Like, hold on a second. I went to India with my wife for the first time. I didn't realise how big I was.
Right.
And I'm getting mobbed on the street, and it was like a scary thought. And I had to rethink everything. Like, okay, what is actually going on here?
Right. Hold that thought. Words of wisdom from Dr. Zeus will be back after this break.